We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He's been running the fast break his entire life. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing it left, dishing it right, making the right play at the right time. That's what Plainfield guards do. Let's see what the guards do down the court tonight.
And Jay, we are ready to go. This one about to get underway. And finishes strong. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
It's LA Clippers ball. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Walker. Shot by Tatum won't go.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for him.
To Hayward. Knocked loose. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. And Jay, they called the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Leonard to Paul George. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Jason Tatum. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
George, Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stands and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Now Brad Stevens calls a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter.
Tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. 9-0 is the score. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. Terrific hustle. Ball stays in play.
I got ball.
Leonard to Beverly. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3.
George. Paul George. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Walker. Very little's gone right in this first quarter, but with that 3, you look at the scoreboard, they're back within 9.
And Ed, Rome was not built in one day. You can't rush the process. Just keep chipping away. Chip, chip, chip.
George to the basket, but it won't go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Here comes the screen. Walker shakes free and hits.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Paul George. To Leonard. Ah, the monster stuff.
And easy two. Get back on defense.
The assist from number 40, Inza Zubac. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Walker. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. backcourt violation.
Los Angeles.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 23, Louis Williams. Into the game for Boston. Number 11, Enes Kanter.
Hayward. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Gordon Hayward rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Walker to Jaylen Brown.
Screen.
Hayward. His first effort off the mark. To Kemba Walker. To Hayward. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Paul George looking good, 4 for 5.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Walker had made his first couple, but he misses there. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Team foul number 1.
Jaylen Brown has got 2 shots coming. A career 65% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back to Southern California after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Walker, the pass taken away by the Clippers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Paul George, he's now 5 for 6. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Lazy pass there, and it's intercepted. Defense making the ball carrier work. Knocked loose. George, and a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions.
Into the game for Boston. Number 11, Enes Kanter.
Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
It's good.
I wasn't even sure if he saw the defense behind him. But what he did see was his teammates' eyes telling him where to pass for that easy catch and shoot.
And he buries it. Walker into the front court. Down 4. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Paul George to Leonard. Driving right to the basket. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
To the line, shooting 2.
Nope, first one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair.
Subbing in for the Boston Celtics, number 9.
Here comes the screen. Curling inside to Jaylen Brown. Even to Zubac. Tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Strong finish for Paul George.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Well, you can't do that.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Team foul number 3.
It's PG for 2. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Knocked loose. Cantor. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
To number 44. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 4. Boston Celtics are in the penalty.
I got you help. Don't worry. Give him on.
Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
Slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Jaylen Brown, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, number 20.
Williams into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. Clippers have got it. And stuffs it home. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Walker. Textbook defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Leonard to Williams. Lou Williams. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that big is coming again later.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his second personal foul.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. Williams across the timeline. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Lets it fly from long range, and Lou Williams buries the three with a hand in his face.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
That'll do it for the first half. It's been all Clippers so far. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Great dish to set it up. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Leonard to George. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Two points for Paul George.
When the ball was in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Walker with the basketball. His guy's down 11. Beyond the arc for three. And Kemba Walker, high degree of difficulty, but that's where he thrives. Counted for three.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Walker.
And number 7.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one goes down. 2 for 2 on that trip. Beverly into the front court. His team on top by 8. Trick Beverly. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Clippers have it. Beverly to Paul George. Fires the three, and Paul George nails it from downtown.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Into the front court, it's Walker. The deficit now up to 13. Layup goes down. Well done.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Hayward. Walker. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. Brown with it up top. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Not going down for him this time. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Timeout Boston as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Tatum. And he knocks it down, Jay.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Celtics have it. Paul George snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And look out.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Beverly into the front court. Final minute to play in this third quarter. It's a big finish.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
A big finish at the rim. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
The pass set it all up.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Knocked loose. Terrific vision. Sheer strength to slam it down. He ran right through the gauntlet.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Clippers have the basketball. Kawhi Leonard, and he hits.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Clippers have got it. That'll do it. Third quarter complete, and a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Easy path to the rim.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Williams into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Time to shuffle things up. George. Man, that was a tough shot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching this shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston, as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Walker He was all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Oh, whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Team foul number 2.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Tatum knocks down the three-pointer.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
And too much contact.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Team foul number 3.
No good. Oh, they call him for the foul.
A simple touch foul.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Boston with the basketball. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Swings it to George. For three, rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good.
This is what we call turning up here in the second half. I don't know what was said during the timeout or during the team huddle, but this player has really started to come out and play with purpose in the second half.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Slams it down.
Confidence is such a beautiful thing, isn't it? Even if your perceived abilities prohibit it, you gotta be you.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Substitution being made in this one. Oh, and we have a 5-second violation. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. He's now 4 for 6.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
And look out. Big finish at the rim. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
To Leonard. And count the basket.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Celtics have it. Walker. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. Walker to Hayward. for three. And Gordon Hayward, zero hesitation as he knocks it down for three.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Boston Celtics are in the penalty.
Leonard to Williams. Here's Leonard for two. And he hits. Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll get his group together and talk it all through.
Hey fans, our game programs have player bios, team stats, fan interviews, and more. And best of all, they're free.
Tatum buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Yeah, Paul George good on the quick release there.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA